Yo, all right, let's see what we got going on here. Start video and live stream YouTube. I think that's the one. Let's see if this is getting dialed in. We should be already connected, but we're gonna go do this podcast on a grocery run. So let's see what happens. There we go. Let's get this all dialed in though. There we go. It's already going. Okay. All right, trying to get this situated and things are not working. Okay, so what up, everybody? I think it's working on YouTube. Let's try one more time just to make sure everything's going. If not, I'll just upload the Zoom. Cool. All right, this will be short and sweet. I was just going to cancel it until you guys come back later, just because there's so much shit going on. Jackson could not make it today. I don't know the reason for that, but holy crap, it is freaking hot as hell in here. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about, I don't know, just one story that I had back in the day. And then I'll go grocery shopping. What we're doing is getting ready for yoga, Reiki, surf, holistic healing retreat. Our first one is the pilot going down on Thursday. So we are going to go to the grocery store and pick up some stuff that we can't buy down in Mexico at the Cali Max. So we're going to grab some stuff. Gosh, maybe Hawaii, Lanson Ronquillo, Pipeline. It was one of these days down at Pipeline. I don't know the year. It was in the 90s. You know, the top guys were the No Friends guys, and one of them was named Lanson Ronquillo from Oahu. Regular day at Pipe, 4 to 6. Occasional heavy 8-foot bomb would roll in. And, you know, you don't think of these bodyboarders, professional bodyboarders would get hurt at Pipeline. You would think that, you know, they've been riding it forever. He's from there. And so you don't imagine the worst for these guys, or you can't like visualize them getting hurt at Pipeline. I was there videotaping for No Friends. So it must've been in the early 90s because it was in the beginning of the No Friends, the videos. And I was on the beach up on the upper bunk at Pipe, just to the east of Jerry Lopez's house, or the Volcom house, and regular day, firing, hundreds of thousands of people out in the water. And then there's this commotion at Gums. Gums is situated just to the east of Pipe. So when you come out of the barrel at Pipeline, you can pedal out through the channel, or you can just continue on into Pupukea, which is a sandbar right next door. And Gums is the first wave right after Pipeline if you're to go east, and it's a sandbar. And Lanson, and I didn't know it was Lanson. I just saw a bunch of people coming in, like 4 or 5 people coming in a group. I didn't know they were freaking bringing somebody in. And turns out I saw a couple friends that were part of that crew, and then the lifeguards jammed in there. They jumped in the water. All of a sudden, it turns out it was Lanson Ronquillo who was knocked out. Like, he was not breathing. He freaking apparently, I think he was either duck diving or just got cleaned up by a set. I don't think he was even on the wave. But the wave broke and it just forced him straight down to the reef. The reef there is kind of, it's a flat, but with crevices all along, all the way straight from the outside to the inside. So the crevices run perpendicular to the wave itself. And you can actually fall in or get pushed into one of those little crevices, and underneath the water, it cuts into the reef underwater and makes this kind of like a cave. So if you hear people get pushed into the caves at pipeline, that's what happens is they get pushed into the crevice and then they get pushed into the sides of the crevice that has like a little upside, like a light bulb. Imagine a light bulb, cut the light bulb in half. That's what the reef looks like if you were to look at the little crevices. So it has these little round parts underneath the shelf. But he probably just freaking hit the rock shelf right dead perfect and got knocked out. And if somebody didn't come to him in time while he was knocked out face down, he would have drowned. And luckily somebody did find him. They brought him to shore and the lifeguards started on CPR. I didn't know what to do at the moment. Do I keep recording this? Because I was videotaping the guys. So I think I recorded up until the point where they were starting to do mouth to mouth and he vomited the first time. And then I was like, holy fuck, this is too intense. I don't feel comfortable videotaping the rest of this because like if he didn't make it, I didn't want that trauma, that I didn't want that experience on my hands of being a bystander of seeing your friend pass away and videotaping it. That's fucking gnarly. So I stopped recording and just stood by and like if they needed anybody, there was a lot of people by that time. Everybody knew who it was by that time. And luckily they revived him. He was fucking holding on to a thread. By that time, the helicopter landed across the street at Sunset Elementary. He was on the backboard. They put him in the helicopter, and everybody was just like hitting up his wife Daniela, and Kainoa. Kainoa was there too. So those two were the points for people to get information. A couple days later, he's stable. It was a miracle what he freaking survived. But that's one of the stories that it's like kind of gets pushed under the rug because it's one of those heavy situations where you don't really want to talk about it. But it's just I wanted to talk about it for those that go to pipeline. Even the best guys on the planet are going to get hurt. So just fucking be very, very careful there. Even if you're paddling it out, because you don't want to end up in the wrong situation. We're coming up to Vaughn's right now. I know there's a shitty story, but I just wanted to like share it with you guys because it is something that, just to be aware that pipeline is no joke. Because I know there's a lot of Hawaiians, Californians that paddle out there and think it's this perfect wave, but it does have some very sharp teeth, and just be aware. That's pretty much the point of the story. Is just treat pipeline with the utmost respect when you get out over to the North Shore. All right. Like I said, if it didn't record on YouTube, it's recording here on Zoom, and I will get this up on YouTube if YouTube didn't get it. All right, guys, I am here. I hope that story was not too heavy for some of you, but if you ever get in touch with or if you ever come in contact with Lanson, just give him a big old hug and say, hey, freaking love you. All right, I'm out, you guys. See ya.